here from Planetary Lapidary, and I am once again on the western shore of Lake Michigan. It is January 29th, and it is like 40-some degrees out right now, so this is insane. There was only actually a couple weeks that I couldn't rock hunt between like January 3rd and the 27th, so that's kind of a short winter stretch there. But it's supposed to be really warm the next couple days, so I'm going to keep going. I did go to my short stretch a couple days ago. I was able to see some dry rocks. There was really no water washing up, so I'm assuming that's what it's going to be like here, but let's get down here and see what we got. Okay, so we are down here pretty much just like my short stretch the other day. The whole shoreline is frozen yet, but you can see right here this line of rocks. Right there, that's where the waves, before it all froze, push all these new rocks up onto this shelf. So that's what I'm going to be looking at today. I actually brought some bottles of water today with me, so I'm going to just grab a couple and then I'll go over to a nice spot and just show you them and get them wet. So well, let's start looking. All right, so first little handful here, I'll just get them all wet. All right, let's see what we got here. So this I thought was probably a stromatoporoid for sure. Yep, it's got some stuff going on the side of it there. Yeah, a little bit of clear pocket right there on the other side, so that might actually be a good slabber. So I might keep that one. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep anything today, but then I just found this one which had this really cool druzy pocket on the whole outside of it. It's kind of orange stained. It's probably just white, but then it's got all these fossil inclusions in it, so that's sweet. And this one I just picked up, I shouldn't have got it wet so you could see it, but it really had like a lot of like hematite plates or something in there. They were just really metallic, kind of sparkling, but now I kind of ruined it with the water, so never mind on that one. And then this was just a piece of diabase that I found. I don't know if you'll be able to tell in the sun. You can kind of see the patterning there with the little, kind of how it wears away into circles. So that's pretty cool, but I have some better ones at home of that, so we definitely won't keep that. All right, so it is a little tougher picking them out of the dry rocks, but I usually never look at the dry rocks on the way down on this beach, so I'm finding a lot of stuff, so I'll show you the next cool stuff when I find it. Okay, so another little handful. I haven't seen any of these wet yet. I thought this might have been just like a churdy, maybe some pockets in there, but yeah, I don't really see anything too spectacular in that one. Might be cool to cut open, but who knows. And this one was just a really cool chunk, like a perfectly triangle chunk of stromatoporoid that broke off of one. So that's really cool. Probably keep that for a free form. This was another kind of churdy chunk. Maybe a little pocket in there on that side. Yeah, it probably comes through the whole thing. I don't know, it's kind of weird shape. Might take that one, might not. Crazy, another little conglomerate with that red matrix, and then just maybe little tiny chunks of chert, maybe a breccia, maybe conglomerate, one or the other. And I'm not even sure. Yeah, I'm not even sure what that matrix is. Could just be brick or something, not 100% sure. And then last but not least, we found this sweet thing. Look at all that epidote. It's just surrounding the whole thing right through the middle. Just a perfect line of epidote around there. So I'll probably keep that and turn that into a free form because I don't really see them with that much epidote on there. It's kind of veining through the back there. So we'll definitely keep that one. All right, let's find some more. So this is really cool. I found a little piece of shoreline, and this thing just cuts way under there. Look at that, you know, all the way back here. And it cuts way down under. That's crazy. So this shelf is going to go pretty soon, but I actually got to look at some wet rocks today at the end of January in Wisconsin. So pretty sweet. That's fun, son. So I actually see two things right here. This, which is just a really cool feldspar with just a lot of lines going through it. Then we got this thing right here, which I'm sure is that water's cold. Stromatoporoid. Kind of a churdy one. Maybe some other fossils and stuff going on. Maybe a little pocket right there. So that's cool. This one's really cool too. I wonder if those are fractures or if I can cut that into slabs. I don't know, we might take that one. All right, let's find some more. So I just found this one. I thought it would be a really cool Freeform Friday piece, kind of just like orange feldspar and quartz, but a cool shape nonetheless. A couple stripes on there, so I'll probably keep that one. And then when I stopped, I looked down and I saw that right there. I have no idea what it is, but I'm gonna pick it up. I think it's awesome. Oh my gosh, look at that. All that quartz buildup and orange feldspar on there. I'm almost tempted to take that thing to slab it just to see if any of that comes through. Ooh, I don't know. It's like orange and black and white. Oof, I don't know, maybe. We'll see. All right, let's find some more. Okay, two more things on another little patch of shore. That right there, and then this right here. Yeah, so this is a pretty sweet Syringopora. They actually have it's a really silica-rich one. Oof, I don't know. I might take that one to get a cross-section out of. Not sure. And then this thing is for sure, yeah, just a big peeling cherty stromatoporoid, basically. Might be a good cutter. Big impression in there. Oh, it goes way down in there. Yeah, I think I might end up taking this one. I usually can't pass them up when they're this big, so I can get some slabs out of them. All right, let's find some more. Spotted this thing right there. I think I can get it. Ooh. Oh my gosh. This thing is a big old chunk of fossil. A lot of inclusions in there. Some layering. Wow, a lot going on there. Some patterning right there. Yeah, I think this thing's definitely coming home to slab. It's huge. That's awesome. I can't believe I'm finding so much today. January 29th. All right, let's keep going. We found a nice stretch that's open to the waves. That's crazy. So regular rock hunting today. So I found this little gray stromatoporoid, a lot of layering on there. Then I found this little, maybe amygdaloidal basalt. Doesn't really go all the way through, I don't think, but maybe I'll take it to cut it. But all right, let's look at some wet rocks. Another cool, really epidote piece. Lots of green. I just like those. I like green. All right, onward. And these two kind of right next to each other. I think this is an amygdaloidal basalt, but just the red, all the basalt kind of wore away and it was just red left over, so that's really cool. And then I did find this pretty decent one, actually. A lot of pockets, a lot of little agate pockets maybe, on both sides, maybe right there. So that's actually not a bad one. I might keep that one just to zip through it, see if there's anything cool on the inside. All right, let's find some more. All right, I just found this one. Another one of those crazy breccias that I always find with the green and then like the black or really dark chert in there. So I'm definitely taking that one. I love this stuff. I love cutting through it just to see what's in there. So we're getting close to the end of where I'm gonna walk here, just to the end of the wet rocks there, and then we'll flip around, and if I find anything cool in the dry rocks, I will show you. Okay, so I'm at the end of the beach. I'm gonna head home, get everything cleaned up, and I'll show you what I got. I did find a few more things on the way back, but I haven't seen them wet yet, so I'll see them wet for the first time with you guys. All right, we'll see you in a minute. All right, so I'm home. I got everything cleaned up. This is what I kept today. I'll go from smallest to biggest here. So this one is probably the closest thing I've found, to a nice Unikite. It's actually got the pink feldspar. It's still got some of the darker red in the top, but just a lot of epidote going around. I think that's a really sweet piece. Not sure what I'm going to do with that. Probably just shine it up or try to. Then I did keep that one Galaxy Stone or amygdaloidal basalt because this just looks like it's pretty full. If I cut through the middle, I might be able to get a really cool pattern. So we'll probably check that out in a later video. This one I actually picked up when it was dry and I hadn't seen it wet until right now. I thought it was just going to be a sweet stromatoporoid, a nice cutter, but when I got it wet, it's actually a really sweet arachnophyllum, and it's all the way through here. And then you can see some little agate filled pockets there and there. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing. It is a super nice shape though. Like I should be able to get a big, like squarish pattern out of this. So I might try to make this into a display piece. I've never found an arachnophyllum that was quite this, defined. And when I cut it, just slice just the edge off of it. You know, hopefully it'll keep most of that. But that was a sweet find. Then I found another one of those breccias with the green matrix. I'm still not sure what this stuff is, but I have cut it before. It does look cool every once in a while on the inside, but it always turns out green, like a really light green. So I've definitely kept that. I just really like this stuff. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but yeah, I just like it. Then here is one stromatoporoid I kept that just had some mudstone or some, you know, staining in there. I thought I might be able to get, you know, if I could actually get that pattern on the inside a little bit. So I'm going to try to just zip the face of that one off and see if I can get a good slab out of that. And this was the only other stromatoporoid I kept. It's a big one, you know, it's a full nodule. It's got a little pocket in the end. Hard to tell ever what these are going to look like on the inside, but this one is almost perfect. I'm just going to cut it right down the middle, and then I'll have two standing stones. Hopefully it's a really cool pattern, and then the peeling on the outside, so that'll be sweet. This one I grabbed, here, let me get it wet again, just because it was so blue. It's probably just chert, you know, there's a couple maybe starting to be little pockets in there and there. You know, maybe throughout the whole thing, maybe a little mossiness right there, but it's so hard to tell. But again, it's just a huge, nice square size, so I'm just gonna kind of, you know, go with the flow and like cut it into a square kind of and see what the inside looks like. Maybe I'll cut it into slabs, or maybe I'll leave it as a big piece. And then last but definitely not least was this huge piece of just probably all different kinds of fossils. Got some waviness right there in the yellow. Definitely got some algae. You know, got a lot of stuff going on in this thing. A lot of different silica content everywhere. So I'm definitely gonna cut this thing. Another big square piece again, and now I got my big saw. So I'm gonna go through the middle and see if there's anything just crazy inside of there. There might be, there might not be. But yeah, all in all, not too bad for being January 29th in Wisconsin out on the beach. So if you like this video, leave a like, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Stay tuned for a couple close-ups at the end, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.